Change, habitat destruction, the looming extinction of many species. These are absolutely problems that transcend the sciences and straddle many disciplines.
And then I started thinking, my mind kind of started wandering. I thought, well, what about us humans and this, supposedly the sixth extinction is something that we're doing and we're creating. And what if there's a trait that has led us to our successiveness in the past, since we've been on this earth, and what happens if that one trait leads to our demise?
I think it's also important to think about from teaching perspective. I cannot teach what I do without talking about the social justice aspects, without talking about deforestation, without talking about pollution. There is no longer a way for me to just teach pure ecology, because all of the ecosystems around the world are being influenced by humans.
What does White Girls have to do with theater?
That's a good question, because it's not a book that's obviously about theater. You can pick and choose, right? You can read individual essays from the book and get a lot out of them as essays. But to understand why the book is called White Girls and appreciate the full resonance of that, you need to really read the whole thing. Soon be here.
It will soon be here.
Yeah. So without, I don't want to spoil the book for anyone who might be watching, but there is what seems to be a personal confession in that last essay that's incredibly shocking and moving.
Haz's career, one really sees an incredible arc of evolution. I mean, I think of Haz as cosmopolitan and worldly in imagination as any.
What are the concerns of his poetry? I know that they've changed over the decades.
Trees, fruits, berries, creatures, sky, water, light. They're preoccupations in his early work. They're the kind of gestalt of his poetics in his first books, Field Guide and Praise.
So mystery and knowledge, I think of these as the pivot points of this collection and other collections of Alan Lightman's as well. How much we humans can know about the universe, how much we should know.
Well, I certainly think on the knowledge side, he's very like other scientists. I think he's an intellectual, and I think he certainly is not shy about, flexing his muscles and taking issue with other people.
The sensibility that comes out of these essays is warm-hearted, warm-spirited, as the reviewer says, and rationalist. It's also, in places, sharp-elbowed. Can you talk for a minute about what makes you so excited about this book that you want to give it to colleagues and friends?
The book, when it came out, it garnered a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Ben Lerner is a rising literary star, and people pay attention.
The Clock, that 24-hour conceptual piece that has images from of time from films. And there's that, and Back to the Future.
Once you give yourself over to the refracting that's going on, all of a sudden you find a remarkably compelling, sometimes annoying, sometimes annoying protagonist, but that yearning and that desire for.
You read this novel, loved it, finished it in 2 sittings, and are recommending it to all of your friends.
Seemed to be both dense and effortless. There wasn't that quality of reading something very seriously important.
It's not a beach read by any means.
No.
It's not lightweight, but
it puts the lens on the fact that that's not just a kind of white working class issue. Lots of different people are in those kinds of jobs. And Henry, who's kind of aimless, but who'd probably be less aimless if he didn't feel so demoralized by the precarity of his job.
We started Living Writers online together in 2010, and we worked closely together until Jane retired in 2015. As the fate half is closest to the point of view of the husband, Lotto. the second half, the Furies half, is told from the point of view of his wife.
It seems to me that commentary has been looked at by other critics, but also Lauren Groff has commented on this, suggesting that she loves James Wood, but that he is wedded to realism.